Hi, welcome. Today we're going to talk about another Premium Pack 18 card, and today we're going to talk about number 35, Ravenous Tarantula. So this is an interesting card that I found to be a really interesting card. It's an insect, rank 10, 0/0. It needs 2 level 10 monsters to be Xyz summoned into. And the effect is, all monsters you control gain attack and defense equal to the difference between both players' life points. While this card has an Xyz Material, each time your opponent special summons a special summon monster or monsters, inflict 600 damage to your opponent. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz Material from this card, destroy all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card's. This card is an interesting card. I gotta be honest with you, it's not gonna be so playable because it's very high leveled, like you need 2 level 10 monsters. But I think that this card, it does have, I think if you play a rank 10 deck that can rank 10 spam monsters, which I wish there were more decks that could use the rank 10 pull or something like that, because there aren't that many decks. I think there are one, the train deck I believe can do it. I don't know what it's called. It's basically a lot of trains and stuff like that. I think that deck can use this card. But other than that, I don't see a lot of decks that can use this card. But I think this card is interesting because it has a really good effect. Like, I just wish there were ways to get this card. I mean, you could rank up into this card, I believe you can. There are probably ways to get into this card, but yeah. The reason why I think this card is good is that because Ravenous Tarantula has it just has a good effect. And the first effect, where it gains attack and defense equal to the difference in life points, it's not the best effect because, to be honest, that can change. So you can it can be 2,000 attack, 1,000, 500, depending on how big the difference is. It's going to be lesser or higher than your opponent's, and I don't really know if that's the best effect. But the rest is pretty good. I mean, whenever your opponent special summon monsters or monsters, you can deal 600 damage. That's kind of good. But of course, the best effect is you can detach one Xyz Material and destroy all monsters your opponent controls with less attack than this card. The only problem is, it's just one of those cards where if you can get down to like 100 life points and your opponent has like 8,000, you can have like 7,090 attack on this card, 7,900 attack on this card, and you can probably kill your opponent then. But that's the only time I can see this card actually work out. But this is an interesting card because there are 2 cards more in the Premium Pack 18 that kinda makes this card interesting and a little bit better. You can actually use this card to go into a bigger card that I'm going to talk about later. Or, yeah, it's an interesting card. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like it does have potential, but not as much potential as it could have had if it was a lower rank monster. If this was a rank 4, this would have been a lot better, I feel like. It doesn't really, like, it has a rank 4 effect that I think could have made this card really good. So tell me what you think about this card, and of course comment, like, and subscribe, and see you next time.